Hey, what's up, guys? So we've got the new Descendant with the new Transcendent mod that turns all of our damages into, or all of our abilities into damage abilities. So they go from buffing to damaging. So the first ability is going to be your Q. This is going to call out your unique weapon. And what it does is while it's active, you can go ahead and start using your other abilities that do damage individually. Now, one thing that's massively different about the damage abilities versus the buffing abilities is their cooldown is basically nothing. So we'll go through that here in just a second. So you have basically no downtime in which you can use this unique weapon. For the buffed abilities, there is some downtime where you would actually shoot your weapon and get some damage off. But with this, it's all going to be spammed abilities. The cooldown's next to nothing for all of these. So for your first one, you can see the cooldown is 0, and you can just spam that. Now, if you do miss and you fail the note, there is a cooldown for that. That's going to be very similar to your buffed abilities. When you miss, you do lose that cooldown. So for when this one, this is your exciting surge. So when you activate it, it can stack up to 26 times with a 14-second duration. Why this is important is as you use the other abilities and they each get their stacks, you have to weave them in and out with each other while maintaining a good high uptime on that damage to be able to keep all 26 stacks. Now, if you have plenty of crit hit, skill crit hit rate, sure, maybe you don't focus on this one, but the other two, we're going to talk about those next, maybe you do. But you do want to switch those in and out so you can keep all three stacks going. First one's Largo, and it's going to give you a skill crit hit rate, stacking up to 26%. Your next ability is Relaxing Surge. Same thing, no cooldown. There is a little bit longer cooldown for if you do, or there is a longer cooldown for if you miss the notes. For this one, you're getting Crescendo, and that's going to give you 26% skill crit hit damage when you get those stacked to the max. Your next ability is going to be your Cheerful Surge. This one's huge. When you get it going with your Forte, it's going to give you 26% skill power modifier as well. So again, you can switch these in and out. You can rotate in between them. Now, just to note that your beat has a longer cooldown in the actual sequence when you do switch them out because you're actually switching to that scale and then that cycle starts over. So let's show you what that looks like real quick. So we'll go ahead and start with our C. So as you see here, it's charging up and now we start to get those abilities. And as long as we maintain the rhythm, we don't lose that much MP. And if you do miss a note, all of your stacks fall off. You lose a little bit of your gauge, and you also lose your, or you lose a substantial amount of MP for that. For your next one is your V. Same thing as you can keep stacking that. And then once you fill your gauge, all of your abilities have the next ability will give you the opportunity to enhance it. So as you see here, you can switch in and out between the two skills or even going into your third. So if you wanted to keep up your all of your buffs at the same time, this is how you would do that. And as you see, even after you enhance it, you can go back in and start using the additional ones as well to keep getting that additional damage up. And as you get through the sequence itself, you get a large uptime on damage notes where they do chain in a sequence, so you'll get more than just one or two. And as you see here, this one's a little bit slower than the actual 4, but you do get some good spots in the sequence where you can get some pretty good damage off. I haven't invested in anything like I said. I think there's some pretty high potential. It's clearly not going to meet some of the other descendants in terms of damage, but it's pretty good. And the final thing is going to be your unique weapon. The square that you're in, anything that's inside of it can be hit. You don't even have to aim. If you're just if you've got them in the square, it's going to hit them. So that's pretty nice. It allows you to not have to focus too much on both where you are, where the mob is, and if you're hitting the notes, you can have them in the view screen of your square here. So that's pretty much it for the champion. Haven't really done anything else with it. Don't have the Slayer set on. Don't even have a good reactor yet. But after getting the Descendant module, I felt it was pretty cool the way that there is no cooldown. You can spam the damage you have a little bit of opportunity to get a little more range. This is with 92%, and you can see where our range is as it sits. So it's not terrible. It's really good once you actually get the enhanced portion off on it, so you can see that we've got a really good range with it, and it can go off for a lot of damage for anything in that AoE range. So that's it. If you got any questions, comments, anything you've seen with yours, if you get the mod, let me know. I'd love to talk with you about where we can go with this. I think it has a lot of upscale. The buffs are pretty good. I think they're a little lacking compared to some of the other support classes, but she's super fun to play already. Very high APM character, and if you are someone that likes following a beat, this is a good champ for you. It's definitely more of a hands-on champ than any of the other ones. It's way more. It's not relaxed. You have to put a lot of effort into it to keep your buffs going. So it'll be very interesting to see where the meta takes off with this character. So thanks a lot for watching. We'll talk to you soon.